Today I'm going to be making my first batch of homemade kombucha. I bought this kombucha starter kit off of Amazon and it came with everything that you need for your first batch of kombucha. First thing that we're gonna do is bring 4 cups of water to a boil. So our water is boiling. We are going to get our tea and we're gonna put it in this little cotton bag. We're just gonna cinch that up. Now we're gonna put it in our pot and we're gonna add all 4 cups. And we're gonna set our timer for about 6 minutes. 6 minutes are up, so now we're gonna take the tea bag out. Now we have our brewed tea, and now we're gonna open this organic sugar packet and we're gonna pour it into the tea. Remember, this is what your good bacteria is gonna be feeding on for the next 2 weeks while your kombucha is fermenting. So it's not like you're gonna be drinking a cup of sugar. This is gonna get eaten up in the fermentation process. So now we're just gonna stir all that sugar in. Now we're gonna add 8 cups of water to the tea mixture. So this homebrew kit came with this little temperature gauge strip that we're gonna put on the side of the jar. And with any fermented food, if you introduce the bacteria while your liquid is still hot, it's gonna kill off the good like probiotics and prebiotics that you're trying to ferment in this kombucha. So you do want to make sure that it is the right temperature. And so we're going to get this sticker and stick it to the side of the jar. That took forever for this to go down to temperature. I've probably been waiting like 45 minutes. But we finally got there because on the instructions, it says that it needs to be between 86 to 68 degrees before you put your SCOBY in. I was like so skeptical about this little temperature gauge sticker and if it was gonna work or not. And I was like, yeah, right. But if you can see, it actually is indicating that it's the temperature, which is so cool. Now that we're at temperature, we can add in the SCOBY into our tea. Now that we got that in there, we're just gonna give that a very gentle stir. So it's kind of floating there on the top. Now we're gonna take our cotton cover, we're gonna put that on top, the rubber band. And we're gonna let this sit for 7 to 14 days. I am not even gonna touch this thing till probably day 9, and you can give it a little taste test and see how it is, and we'll check it. The instructions say to keep it in kind of a dry place, to not enclose it in a cabinet, but you also don't want it in direct sunlight. So I'm gonna put it in a little spot over here on my coffee bar that I'll show you in just a second. But I'm gonna check back in on this thing in about 2 weeks. You can give me a follow and see how this first batch of kombucha turns out. So anyways, I'll see you guys in a couple weeks.